Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing good. Today we are going to study the part 3 of first chapter of economics class 9, that is the story of village Palampur. In our second part we have studied about the ways in which farmers can grow more from the same land and the effects of green revolution and all of that. So today we are going to study about the bad effects or what wrong has been done by green revolution in farming or to the natural environment in total. So let's start. So the first thing is, while using the modern farming methods, the things which you are putting in the land, after using all that, will the land sustain? That is the big question. Means लैंड अभी जैसा है क्या वो वैसा ही रहेगा, उसका क्वालिटी वैसा ही रहेगा, और it will degrade, it will come down. So if you believe the scientific reports, they suggest that modern farming की वजह से, मतलब फर्टिलाइजर्स, केमिकल, पेस्टिसाइड्स ये सब यूज़ करने की वजह से लैंड हैज़ बीन अफेक्टेड वेरी बैडली. इट हैज़ बीन ओवर यूज एज इन ओके, जो नेचुरली यूज़ होना चाहिए था उससे ज़्यादा ओवर यूज़ किया जा रहा है. इट हैज़ रिजल्टेड इन द लैंड बीइंग अनफर्टाइल. Now in green revolution, if we speak specifically about green revolution, then green revolution has led to loss of soil fertility. क्यों? ड्यू टू इंक्रीज ऑफ यूज़ ऑफ केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स. मतलब इतना ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल कर लिया है केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स कि अभी उसके बिना फार्मिंग नहीं हो पा रही है. दैट्स द वर्स्ट थिंग that has happened. And another bad effect is on the groundwater. पानी के ऊपर, जो कि जहाँ से हम लोग पानी मिलता है हम लोगों को, मिट्टी के नीचे जो पानी है ग्राउंड वाटर, उस पर बहुत बुरा इफ़ेक्ट हुआ है. हाउ कम? वो ऐसे कि जो वाटर टेबल है, मतलब मिट्टी के लेयर्स के नीचे जो जगह है, जो लेयर है जहाँ पे वाटर मिलता है, वो दिन ब दिन नीचे जा रहा है, और जितना ये नीचे जाता है क्वालिटी ऑफ वाटर गोज़ डाउन. क्यों नीचे जा रहा है? ड्यू टू ओवर यूज़ ऑफ वाटर. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पानी निकाला जा रहा है थ्रू मशीन्स एंड थ्रू पम्प सेट्स एंड ऑल, इरिगेशन के लिए. सो फॉर दैट रीज़न द वाटर टेबल इज़ गेटिंग अफेक्टेड वेरी बैडली. सो these are the things which are going wrong, and that's why the question is asked that will the land sustain. मतलब अगर हम ऐसे ही यूज़ करते रहे तो क्या लैंड वैसा ही रहेगा जैसा अभी है? तो इसी में एक एक्टिविटी है. there's an activity given in your book if you see in this page. So in that activity they are giving some news articles on this specific topic. So here in the first one, you can read it here. As you can see, they are talking about the effects of using too much of fertilizers and how the groundwater is affected. And another thing is, it also kills the good bacteria. There is some good bacteria in the soil which वो भी मर रहा है, जो कि naturally soil को fertile बनाता है. So if it kills the good bacteria, that means you are killing the natural power or capacity of the soil to be fertile. तो वो एक बुरी चीज़ हो रही है. और क्या हो रहा है कि इसके ज़्यादा यूज़ से land is getting less fertile with time. Now another source, second source article is given by the Tribune Chandigarh. According to this, specifically they are talking about Punjab, because it is the state where the highest amount of all these modern equipments used in farming, or like fertilizers and all these things, modern farming methods are used. तो वहाँ पे क्या हुआ है कि उन लोग का डिपेंडेंसी बढ़ गया. विदाउट दिस दे कांट डू फार्मिंग. एंड कॉस्ट इज़ इंक्रीजिंग. मीन्स कॉस्ट बढ़ रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा इसके वजह से. मतलब आपको ज़्यादा केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स खरीदने पड़ेंगे, पेस्टिसाइड्स खरीदने पड़ेंगे, इंसेक्टिसाइड्स खरीदने पड़ेंगे, और इरिगेशन के लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पानी चाहिए होगा आपको. तो इससे क्या हो रहा है कि हर साल कॉस्ट ऑफ फार्मिंग बढ़ रहा है, जो कि इनडायरेक्टली रिलेटेड है कॉस्ट ऑफ फूड ग्रेन से. जो बाज़ार में खाने की चीज़ें खरीदने को मिलती हैं, एकदम बेसिक चीज़ें, दैट इज़ राइस और दाल और व्हीट, ऑल दीज थिंग्स, द प्राइजेज ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर इंक्रीजिंग एज एन इफेक्ट ऑफ द यूज़ और डिपेंडेंसी that the farmers have on either chemical fertilizers or pesticides or insecticides, all of this. So the activity is about writing a letter. So you are asked to write a letter to the agriculture minister on your thoughts, as in based on your thoughts, आपको क्या लगता है कि the use of fertilizers and all that is happening, whether it's good or means what steps should be taken to change it or something like that. And one more thing which is mentioned in the first source, which is the down to earth from New Delhi, that is, और एक तरीका जिससे कि ग्राउंड वाटर इफेक्ट हो रहा है वो क्या होता है कि जब भी ये केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स डाले जाते हैं सॉइल में, सो it gets absorbed very fast, and then not only in the soil, it penetrates deep into the groundwater. मतलब जो केमिकल फर्टिलाइज़र है वो मिट्टी में तो मतलब मिक्स होता ही है और वो प्लांट के उसमें काम करता है, लेकिन साथ ही साथ वो नीचे तक भी चला जाता है और जो ग्राउंड वाटर है नीचे के पानी में मिक्स हो जाता है, पानी पोल्यूट हो जाता है, तो इट ऑल्सो लीड्स टू वाटर पोल्यूशन. In this context, I want to show you actually a video which I can't show you here, but I have put the links in the description box. Go and see in YouTube. There are 2 links. There was a show called Satyamev Jayate which used to be telecasted on Star Plus, in case you have seen. And you have not seen that, please go and check it out. First link is the full episode that you can watch on this food use of pesticides and how it affects, and the second link is specifically about Punjab and its effect on people's health, on the food, on farming, everything. So please go and watch it. You will have a better idea of what is actually happening, what is the reality, and you can share your thoughts with me after you watch it in the comment section. You can tell me if you liked it. So we will move on to the next part of the chapter, which is how is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur. So here total families that are living are around 450. Out of these families, unfortunately, there are around 150 families, that is almost 1/3 of them, who are landless. That means they don't have any land. Then how are they farmers, or how do they work? Mostly they take land on rent either, or they work on others' land. So they are like farm laborers. They work for others in the agricultural season and all. Then again, there are 240 families, that is, who are having small plots, which are mainly like less than 2 hectares of land. Now if you're getting confused at how much is 2 hectare, this is a short explanation of it. You can understand how much is a 2 hectare of land. So the land is less than that. So there are around 60 families which have more than 2 hectares of land, and there are a few families, few ones, which have land as big as 10 hectares or more than that. So they are the rich farmers. So you see, the distribution of land is very uneven. Means there are few people who have huge land, and there are so many farmers or people who have very less land. Through this picture you can have a better idea of what I am saying. So this is the land distribution of Palampur, and you can see how there are huge lands, and then there are small pieces of land which the small farmers have. So we can understand that the land distribution is not even. लोगों के पास ज़्यादा land है, जो कि बहुत कम है नंबर में. So गिने चुने लोग हैं, एक आध लोग, जिनके पास बहुत सारा लैंड है, जो कि रिच फार्मर्स है, और ज़्यादातर जो फार्मर्स हैं who are poor, they have very less land with them. Here is one case given about गोविंद. गोविंद एक फार्मर है वहाँ के, उनकी स्टोरी दी गई है. तो अराउंड 1960s की बात बोला गया है. उनके पास 2.25 हेक्टर लैंड हुआ करती थी, और उनके 3 बेटे हैं. ही हैड 3 sons. So their income was stable, and they used to earn enough, as in sufficiently to feed their family. As in, after Gobind died, the land he had was distributed equally among his 3 sons. So each of them got 0.75 hectare of land, but it was not sufficient. That land which each son got, it was not sufficient for their income, and unfortunately the 3 sons of Govind had to struggle to get their income out of that land, and they had to look for other sources of income. So इससे हमको क्या समझ में आता है कि जब ऐसे land distribute हो जाता है among the next generation, तो उनके पास resources बहुत कम बच जाती हैं. So this is how the land distribution gets uneven. So in this context, there is a graph which is given here. You can see
In this graph they have shown the number of farmers and the cultivated area, and they have divided it on the basis of small farmers and large farmers. So you can see the uneven distribution here very clearly कि किन farmers के पास कितना land है, वो आप इससे समझ सकते हैं. So that is how we can understand that the land distribution is not fair. It is a bit of unfair distribution that is happening, and that is why agricultural income is not very high and farmers are going through a very hard time. Many of the farmers, actually most of the farmers are going through a hard time. Only few farmers are like very prosperous, जिनका इनकम बहुत ज़्यादा है, लेकिन जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादातर फार्मर्स हैं उनकी हालत बहुत ख़राब है, क्योंकि या तो उनके पास अपना लैंड नहीं है, लैंडलेस हैं, या तो जो लैंड है वो बहुत छोटी है जिससे कि उनका इनकम जो है वो बहुत ही कम है एक फैमिली को सस्टेन करने के लिए. और ऊपर से जो कॉस्ट ऑफ फार्मिंग है ड्यू टू द इफ़ेक्ट्स ऑफ ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन कह लीजिए या फिर मॉडर्न फार्मिंग मेथड्स, वो दिन ब दिन बढ़ते जा रहा है. इट्स इंक्रीजिंग विथ एवरी पासिंग डे. So ये सब problems है that farmers have to go through. Today we end this part of the chapter. Our next part about the labor, that is the second factor of production. Where do the labor come from? What role do they play? So if you have any queries or questions, please post them in the comment section. I would be happy to answer. And if you like the video, please like it and share it. And if you have not subscribed till now, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day.